Dr. Doom vs. Lex Luthor, Villainous Genius Battle. Hey there, comic fans. Hand-waving, imagine this. Two of the greatest villains in comic book history standing face to face. On one side, the armored monarch of Latveria, Dr. Doom. On the other, the billionaire mastermind of Metropolis, Lex Luthor. When these two colossal brains collide, who do you think comes out on top? Let's dive into this epic showdown. Today, we're pitting Dr. Doom against Lex Luthor in a battle of wits, resources, and sheer willpower. We'll explore their origins, abilities, and notorious feats to see who truly is the ultimate villainous genius. Dr. Doom, the monarch of Latveria. Let's kick things off with Victor von Doom. Born in the small European country of Latveria, Doom had a rough start. His childhood was anything but easy. Growing up in a Romani camp, he faced persecution and loss from an early age. His mother, a sorceress, tragically lost her life dealing with demonic forces. This event left a massive mark on young Victor. Seeking to understand both science and magic to rescue his mother's soul, Doom's brilliance caught the attention of the world. He ended up in the United States, attending Empire State University. There, he met Reed Richards, who would become his lifelong rival. But arrogance got the better of him. A disastrous experiment to contact his mother's spirit blew up, literally, in his face, scarring him physically and emotionally. Donning a metal mask to hide his disfigurement, he embraced his new identity, Dr. Doom. Dr. Doom isn't just smart, he's a next-level genius. We're talking about a guy who built advanced armor and an army of robotic duplicates called Doombots. His tech rivals even the most brilliant minds in the Marvel Universe. But wait, there's more. Doom isn't only a tech whiz, he's also a master of the mystic arts. He combines science and sorcery in a way that's uniquely, well, Doom. This dual mastery makes him a formidable opponent against just about anyone. As the absolute ruler of Latveria, Doom has an entire nation's resources at his fingertips. Imagine having your own country backing you up. He uses this power to further his ambitions on a global scale. Dr. Doom's resume is nothing short of impressive. He's stolen the power of cosmic beings like the Silver Surfer. He's gone toe-to-toe with gods and cosmic entities. Remember the time he outsmarted the Beyonder during the Secret Wars? Yeah, that happened. He's also formed and led groups like the Cabal, aligning himself with other powerful villains when it suits his plans. Lex Luthor, the billionaire mastermind. Now, let's switch gears to Lex Luthor. Born and raised in Metropolis's suicide slum, Lex didn't have a silver spoon either. But he had ambition and smarts to spare. As a kid, he was already showing signs of being a prodigy. He ruthlessly climbed the ranks, eventually founding LexCorp and becoming one of the wealthiest men in the DC universe. His obsession? Proving that humanity doesn't need superpowered aliens like Superman to protect them. In his eyes, Superman is a threat to human achievement and independence. Lex is a scientific genius in multiple fields, engineering, biotech, you name it. He designs advanced tech and weaponry, often to keep pace with or counteract superhuman abilities. He's not just book smart, he's a master strategist and manipulator. Lex knows how to play the long game, orchestrating events from behind the scenes to achieve his goals. Let's not forget, the man is loaded. His wealth allows him to fund projects, create technology, and even bankroll private armies. Money may not buy happiness, but it sure buys a lot of dangerous toys. Lex has quite the list of achievements himself. He became the President of the United States, yes, you heard that right. He's crafted power suits that let him go toe-to-toe with Superman. And he's formed villainous teams like the Injustice League to further his agendas. Comparing the Titans, both Doom and Lex are geniuses, but they specialize in different areas. Doom blends science with magic, while Lex focuses purely on science. Doom's tech often involves advancements in energy manipulation and dimensional travel. Lex, on the other hand, excels in robotics, weapons, and bioengineering. When it comes to strategy, both are top tier. Doom has led armies and even entire nations into battle. Lex is a master of corporate and political warfare. They've both had significant victories against their arch-enemies, the Fantastic Four and Superman, respectively. Doom's armor is a technological marvel, equipped with energy projection, force fields, and more. Plus, his Doombots can confuse enemies by mimicking him perfectly. Lex's power suits are designed to combat beings like Superman, featuring super strength, energy blasts, and kryptonite weaponry. Doom rules a country. Lex has owned corporations and even led the free world as president. Both have immense influence, but in different arenas. Doom can command national armies, while Lex has sway over political policies and business markets. Dr. Doom's mystic arts. Doom's mastery of magic gives him an edge that technology can't always counter. He can cast spells, summon demons, and even time travel. This unpredictability makes him a wild card. Lex sticks to science, but he pushes it to its limits. His lack of magical ability means he has to outthink and out-engineer his opponents. He's all about contingencies and backup plans. Theoretical battle scenario. Alright, let's imagine how a showdown might go down. Suppose both Doom and Lex learn about a powerful artifact that could grant them unlimited power. Maybe it's something that bridges their two universes, a cosmic MacGuffin, if you will. Doom isn't one to underestimate an opponent. He'd likely send Doombots first to assess Lex's capabilities. Meanwhile, he'd prepare spells and tech specifically designed to counteract anything Lex could throw at him. Lex would do his homework. He'd gather all available data on Doom, perhaps even attempting to hack into Latvarian systems. He'd design a specialized power suit equipped to handle both technological and magical threats. Plus, he'd probably hire some muscle, maybe even convince some of Doom's enemies to join his cause. The clash. The first encounter would be a showcase of high-tech weaponry. Lasers, missiles, energy beams, you name it. Both would test the other's defenses, looking for weaknesses. Realizing that conventional methods aren't enough, Doom might start using magic. This would catch Lex off guard. But remember, Lex is a quick adapter. He'd activate contingency plans, perhaps using devices that disrupt magical energies. At this point, it's an intense one-on-one confrontation. Words would be exchanged, sharp, cutting remarks aimed at undermining each other's confidence. Psychological warfare is on full display. Doom could overwhelm Lex with combined magic and tech, perhaps locking Lex in a mystical prison or stripping away his technology piece by piece. Alternatively, Lex might exploit Doom's arrogance, setting traps that Doom walks right into. He could use devices specifically designed to neutralize Doom's armor and magic. But maybe neither gains the upper hand. Perhaps they realize that fighting each other is less beneficial than teaming up against a greater threat. An uneasy alliance could form. Imagine the havoc they'd wreak together. Strengths and weaknesses. Dr. Doom. Strengths. Magic and technology combo. Few can counter both. Political power. Commands a nation's resources. Willpower. Doom's determination is legendary. Weaknesses. Arrogance. His ego often blinds him. Obsessions. Particularly his rivalry with Reed Richards. Lex Luthor. Strengths. Wealth. Money paves the way for his plans. Strategic genius. Always has a plan. Or 5. Public image. Can sway public opinion in his favor. Weaknesses. No superpowers. Relies on technology alone. Obsessions. His fixation on Superman can be his downfall. Cultural impact and legacy. Dr. Doom. Doom isn't just a villain, he's an icon. He's influenced countless stories within the Marvel Universe and serves as a template for the tragic, complex antagonist. His character explores themes of pride, loss, and the pursuit of power, resonating with readers for decades. Lex Luthor. Lex has defined what it means to be an arch-nemesis. He's a reminder of human potential, for better or worse. His battles with Superman explore the limits of human ingenuity versus superhuman abilities. Plus, he's been adapted into movies, TV shows, and video games, cementing his place in pop culture. Audience engagement. So, after all that, we're turning it over to you. Speaking head, who do you think would win in this epic battle of villainous minds? Dr. Doom or Lex Luthor? Cast your vote in the comments below. Down finger, we'd love to hear your thoughts on different battle scenarios. How do you think it would play out? Also, share your favorite story arcs featuring these two legends. Recap of analysis. We've walked through the origins, abilities, and epic feats of both Dr. Doom and Lex Luthor. Both are genius-level intellects with resources and ambitions that make them stand out in their respective universes. Final thoughts. At the end of the day, both Doom and Lex embody different facets of villainy and genius. Doom mixes the arcane with the scientific, while Lex pushes human intellect to its peak. Their stories challenge their heroic counterparts and offer a deep dive into what drives a person to seek power at any cost. If you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more awesome content. Thumbs up bell, stay tuned, because we've got more epic versus battles coming your way. Huge shout out to the amazing writers, artists, and creators who brought these characters to life. Without their incredible storytelling, we wouldn't have these fantastic universes to explore. And speaking of exploring universes, you won't want to miss what's coming next. Rocket, stay tuned for our next showdown, Thanos vs Darkseid. It's gonna be out of this world. Milky Way, thanks for hanging out and diving into this epic battle with us. Until next time, keep dreaming big and reading those comics. Catch you later, Scissor.